was I was working on my website for about 2 hours every night, and my wife would go, "You come to bed," and said, I've just got to finish this." And I thought, this is stupid. I'm doing donkey work, and donkey work is pretty much all work that is repetitive, things that you just do over and over again, like answering emails, sending emails, doing marketing, just a whole lot of stuff. So if you've done something more than 3 times, that's pretty much all donkey work. So you could really get someone else to come in and do that. So I pretty much went from doing 2 hours a night to 10 hours, not 10. Let's try that one again. 10 minutes a week. So all I do is I jump on, I check their work, and as long as their work's fine, then it's good to go. And I'm able to train people within about 5 minutes, my workers. So I'll go in and delve into that, but I'll go through. Now what I like to do is, I don't like just sitting here and talking to you guys. I like to give demonstrations, I guess. So I actually need a lot of volunteers for this. So don't be afraid, don't be scared. You can be a victim and not get hurt. But some of you may have seen when you first come in, you see the wooden spoon here. I won't smack you on the bum, so if you're doing the wrong thing, but don't make me use it. But I've got 3 kids, so it was the easiest thing I could find. So for my first thing, before I go into it, can I have 4 volunteers, please? If you don't come up, I'll choose you. So Neil, all right. Actually, I'll get just 2 up at the same time. So I'll just 2 up initially. So Neil, can you come and put 1 foot up against that wooden spoon? Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, yep, sorry, around this side. Probably not very clear instructions. We'll go through that. Cool, good on you, darling. All right. Now, come around this side, so you're going to face in. Now, I want you to do a monkey grip like this. All right? All right, so I want you to put your foot up like that. Oh, no, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, on the count of 3, I want you to do a tug of war, and whoever pulls the other person over, okay, they're the winner. All right? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, Neil. You're fitter than me. Okay. Well done. Give Neil a hand. Now, we're not finished yet. That's a bit unfair. A man versus a woman. We know that a man is a whole lot stronger. He's very proficient. He's got a 6-pack. I've said he's a fit man. Can I have 1 more volunteer to come up just very quickly? You don't have to be strong. You don't have to be. Yep, I can see you coming up. Yep. All right. Oh. All right. So same thing. So grab his left hand, but I want you to do the same, except with this other arm. Okay. Now put your feet up against it. All right. Now you ready? Now no cheating. You ready? Set. Go. Oh!
We did cheat.
All right, no, wait. That's unfair. 2 against 1 is unfair. Can I have 1 more volunteer just very quickly? All right, Spade, come up. All right, I want you on this side. Okay. Neil, hold your arms out. All right. Yep, grab his arm. All right, are you ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, okay, now start with you guys. Was that hard to do when there was the 3 of you doing it? Now, you couldn't beat him the first time, could you? But when you had 1 person with you, it was easier. And 3rd person, Spud, you were hardly doing anything. You were just standing there just looking good, so you weren't doing much at all. Now, Neil, I saw your body posture. Yours changed. As soon as that 3rd person was there, the first round you were like this. Yeah. 2nd one you were like this. 3rd one you were like, just take me over. Yeah. And it's the exact same thing. Thank you guys, give him a big hand. Really appreciate that, very well done. So it's the exact same thing in business. When we try and stand alone, it's so easy for us to get knocked over, and there's no one there to pick us up. But when we've got people doing things for us and working with us, then it makes us stronger. So when things aren't quite working, then we've got other people that we can lean on. So if we're burnt out, and especially when we're working by ourselves, we're doing a lot of the work by ourselves. But when we train people and we teach them how to do what we do, then we can then relinquish a lot of that stress and a lot of that pressure onto them, making it a whole lot easier on us. So is that a good demonstration of what I'm sort of getting there? Yep. 1 person, 2, 3, okay. All right. All right, so a team will always beat an individual. You can see it there. Who can tell me here who the CEO of Woolworths or Coles is? Does anyone know? No. And do you know what? Really, who cares? Because what have they done? the CEO of those major companies have created a system and a team to develop and a process. They create policies and procedures. So they go, this is the way we do it, you do this, or there's the highway. But do you know what? Those people on those counters, they represent that company and that business. Okay? So, in a lot of things, like when I was doing my business, I don't want people to know who I am, in a lot of cases. Because what I want is I want a position where someone else can buy this or do this with their hands tied behind their back and go, this is child's play. This is so easy. How couldn't I be doing this? And it's so easy, and you can only do it through a team. Because the more your business relies upon you, as soon as you're gone out of that business, you no longer have a business. But as soon as you have people in your team, then you have a business. You have people that can then take that business to that next level and continue to propel that business when you're no longer there. Okay, so what would happen to your business if you couldn't work? So raise your hand if your business could keep going if you, for some odd reason, lost your mind and went into the same song. No one?
Not yet, but next
Not
year.
yet? Next year? Yeah. So, sort of? Yeah. So you could get your business to that point, even though you're a virtual assistant, you could actually work your business to then somebody, yeah. But you can work that very easily. And I'm going to do a demonstration. I'm going to get another volunteer to come up, and I'll go through how to break your business down into manageable steps and how to outsource a lot of the donkey work for yourself. Okay, so in short, who here is a brilliant marketer? Raise your hand if you're a brilliant marketer. No one. Okay. No one. All right, so we obviously need to do some police training on that. Now, in reality, we're not either. If we're a brilliant marketer, we're generally maybe not good with people, or say maybe accounts, or maybe dealing with assistants or something like that, because maybe we're just so gung-ho that we don't have any personal relationship skills with people. It's either my way or the highway, so things like that. So generally we're not a jack of all trades. So when we do something, it's very hard for us to be the social marketer, the accountant, the blogger, the outsourcer, whatever it is. Whatever it is, it's very hard to spread yourself across your business by doing that. So in short, what we need to do is we need to find skilled people or trained people in how to do those. So you can actually go and hire people who've already got those skills, and you don't have to worry about training them. You just need to tell them what they need to do, and then once they're doing that, you can tweak it and say, no, I want you to do it this way or that way. But in short, the aim is to bring people into your business where your weaknesses are, or where you're doing things where you're continually repeating yourself. So I want you to think, don't tell me yet, but how much are you worth? So every hour or every day that you spend on your website, how much are you worth? Now think, if I'm spending 5 hours a day, a week, whatever that is, what if I could pay someone, if I'm worth $65 an hour, just as an example, what if I maybe pay someone else for an hour of my work to do all of my work? Would that be worth something that, I'll be willing to pay someone an hour of what I'd be willing to pay myself to do all of my work? And that's what you can do through outsourcing. It's one of those amazing things. Alrighty, can I please have one volunteer to come up? One, yeah, okay, alright, cool, alright, give me a hand.
Yeah.
Alrighty, now, it's quite going to be easy to do it on the table. If you want to write, so you do programming, so that's your job, your business?
I'm an employee.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So some of these, if you need that volunteer.
Oh, okay, no, that's all right. So you can even outsource your job if you really want to. So. Okay. Well, don't tell your employer that though. Otherwise, you'll put yourself out of a job. Okay. But so what's your business? What do you do?
We're a software development company.
Yeah.
I'm handling everything from training master distributors to tech support to programming to all sorts of things. We've got 10 different jobs at the moment,
Yeah.
which really should be done by 10 different people.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Yep. All right. So on this piece of paper, I want you to write each of those jobs and break them down into other little areas. So just say, if I was a marketer, all right, I don't just, marketing is very vague. I would do social media, I might do Twitter, I might do Facebook, I might do so many comments on YouTube. So really break it down to every single thing you do. I answer the phone 5 times a day, I check emails twice a day, I answer 100 emails. So break it down into whatever you can. So while I was doing this, I want you to think the same thing through your business. I have a saying, break it down to the ridiculous. Account for every single idle thing that you even do. From making a very simple comment on YouTube to simply entering someone's data. So if you've got someone's data, entering that in. Think about that, break your business down. What do you do on your website? All right, so I do these things, and then break it down to the ridiculous. Break it down to every single little task that you do. It could be here all night, but this could be, it's going to take a bit longer. So those who've got notes can do that while it's fresh in their mind.
While that's happening, did anybody see the article about the guy, the computer programmer in a big company in America who outsourced his work to India? While he was an employee, but he's actually...
Yeah.
He just played computer games during the day.
Yeah.
And all that, and he had this guy in India he was paying, and he just looked at. That went on for months until some...
Until they tricked on it?
And,
yeah. Did they give him a pay rise?
No, they kicked him
No,
out.
they kicked him out. Right, so that was the exact same thing, you know. Don't let them know. Okay, so, right.
It's very funny.
No, that's all right. So, bug fixing.
Bug fixing.
All right, so tell me what you do in bug fixing. So what things are you looking for, you know, in a thing?
Well, usually someone reports a problem.
Yeah.
Like if you identify, is it actually a problem?
Yeah.
Or are they just making mistakes?
Okay, yeah.
Can I replicate it? Try and get an estimate on where it's likely to be
Yeah,
and how long it's likely to fix.
yeah,
Assign it to create a job for it.
yeah.
And then tell team leader who should do it.
Okay, so it's almost like a PA sort of position where it's coming into you, you're then sort of going, but could most people sort of pick up where a bug is? Could most people see what a bug is?
Yeah, if they knew what the system.
Yeah, okay. So,
I've
so,
got 10 programs there, can work it out. So yes.
yeah. Right, so for that one there, bug fixing, breaking it down, so emails initially come in, so could someone maybe filter those? So maybe send someone to a help desk or something like that, or? Okay, yeah. So there you are. So right then and there, you could actually set up a help desk actually for free through your own website, which will actually categorise what the problem is. So it'll automatically put it into, it's a bug fix. I want a bug fix done. So, or you know, I want this checked, and the
That's
whole
what
lot.
they do.
Oh, they do,
They send
yeah.
this email to
Yeah.
two particular emailers.
Yeah.
We'll make calls into the job
Bug
tracking-
fixing category, yeah, yeah.
Job tracking system,
Yeah.
which then sends me an email to say, hey, this job's been created. Have a quick look, see if it's something you need to reply straight away,
Yeah.
or whether it goes to another bucket for someone to investigate and fix.
Cool. All right. So when it goes into someone else to fix, there's other people that can do that.
Yes.
Okay. So you don't have to be doing that. All right. Cool. All right. So Twitter. So what are you doing? What's Twitter? What do we do there?
Because we haven't released our software yet,
Okay,
we
yeah.
have a very select few beta testings.
Yeah.
I just maintain the Twitter account, which basically back it up, make sure see if anyone wants to send us a message, and
Yeah.
usually there's none because
Okay.
one follower. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's how we want to keep it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's all right.
Until we're ready to go.
Yeah. Ready to go. Yeah. That's right. And as soon as you go, have you got
everything?
everything planned? So once it's ready to go, you're going to be ready for that onslaught of bugs that need to be fixed in Twitter and things like that. So yeah, you're going to know you're alive then. Okay.
That's probably how the marketing department.
Okay, cool. So you're pretty much outsourcing into the marketing. So you've got areas where you can actually put this out. Who here hires someone to make comments on Twitter or organise their Twitter or anything like that? Or YouTube to make comments? No? No one? You slack I do. I don't make a single comment on YouTube, but yet I make roughly about 20 comments a week on YouTube. That's all outsourced. I simply set up another Gmail email, which I have access to in my outsourcer, and she pretty much goes in, gets the embed codes, puts it in my blog area, and then she simply writes a comment, which then will bring the traffic back to my website. So, and what I do there is, there are systems that you can set up, like you can buy a program that will, you know, preset and do all that sort of stuff. But the problem is, in a lot of those cases, is YouTube eventually picks up that it's not people, and it's done, it's set by a program. So by having someone do that, that's a very simple way. And I'll just to quickly let you know, I only spend $10 a week on my outsourcing. So yeah, 3 people. All right, so Twitter, that's definitely something you can outsource by sending another email. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So who thinks here in reality, a lot of those big companies, do you think that anyone major is actually sitting on that Twitter account, checking everything and replying to all those? No, of course. They got someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've outsourced that. So why can't you? And you can do it so cheaply. Cool. All right. Well, we're just going to do one more. So check video. So. So if you create a video, you've got to go through and make sure it's all looking correct. And
the production teams and developers are doing work, and I just check to make sure that they're not slacking off and it's doing what it's supposed to do.
So you're double checking their work. Cool. Alrighty. So
somebody getting up me saying, "What's this look at my head for?"
Okay, cool. Alrighty, thank you very much. We'll leave that one there for them. Very well done. Alright. What I really want you to be thinking is, what can I do? And you know, the thing is, we get to a point where I need to do this. No one else can make a comment. I'm the only one who can make a comment. No one makes it realistic. No one makes it anything like that. But when you realise when you're doing something over and over and over again, you actually almost repeating yourself. I know when you write a comment or anything like that, it's maybe slightly changed, but it's still that same guts of that whole sort of, just that same sort of message. And you can easily replicate that. I simply gave my work at 20 comments, so, and they can slightly change that if they choose, and they just simply do that. It's so easy. Setting up a Twitter account and that, all that can be done by outsourcing. The thing is, you've got to go, okay, I'm at a point now where I've just got to let this go. I've got to stop doing everything myself, and I've got to trust someone else to do this.
Would it be that you're at a point that actually needs to be started to be done in the first place?
Sorry,
Could it be that you're at a point where it actually has to start being done in the first place?
Yeah, so, and that's it. You know, a lot of times, like, often things like, oh, I don't have time to do that, I don't have time to do that. And I go, right, well, I've just got to work out a way to do that. And the easiest way is to do, instead of spreading yourself thin, you get someone else. So pretty much, what is your business? Break it down to the ridiculous. That's the main thing. You've really got to break it down. What am I doing each and every single time? What tasks have you done more than 3 times? If you've done it more than 3 times, you're wasting your time. How much would you pay yourself to do these tasks? Ask yourself that. We talked about that. Delegate or burn out. If you don't delegate, you'll end up burning out. Because you know what we end up doing? We end up putting more and more and more and more on my plate, because you go, alright, so I've got to go on Facebook, I've got to make so many comments, I've got to go on Twitter, I've got to go on YouTube, I've got to do all that. Even though I've got Hootsuite, that's the one. Hootsuite, and they'll automate it and they'll send it through. You know, I've got to make so many blog posts, I've got to write so many blog posts, I've got to write sales copy, I've got to do all this. And then all of a sudden it just keeps piling on, oh, that's not good enough, I've got to tweak this, I've got to do this. So everything keeps on coming up, and if you don't start passing that work out, it's going to keep just piling up on you another day, another day, another day, and all of a sudden you're doing more and more work for nothing, in short. Okay, now look, I pretty much only put Odesk there for a reason. I've used who's used another outsourcing company? Yeah? Which one have you used?
Redcode, Ulance.
Yeah, you use Easelings? Okay. How have you found those two?
They're okay, but Otis has got the tracking every 6 minutes of what they're up to.
Yeah.
So they're very powerful.
Cool. Cool.
Freelancer.
Freelancer, how'd you find them?
It's okay. Like eventually we got there with what I wanted. It's a bit of a
Yeah.
miscommunication problem. But
Yeah.
but I found that it took me probably as long as they would take through the job. It took me to actually outline what I wanted done,
Yeah.
communicate with the thing, upload your money, all that. So
Yeah.
you don't want to just do one. I think you want to do something that keeps on going, like you say.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that donkey work sort of where you're constantly repeating yourself. That's good. Look, I've posted jobs on Freelancer and Odesk. I actually forgot about Freelancer. I got a reply 8 months later. I had one person reply about a job I posted on there. I posted the exact same job on Odesk. I got 230 applicants within an hour. So they're a lot more efficient. There's a lot more people, and I've actually found they're probably generally about half the price. Freelancer, they're actually a lot more reasonable in their pricing, like because it's very competitive. There's so many people competing for it. So I just go, right, who's my cheapest? And then I pretty much will cull them from there. So if they can do it, they've got the job. Okay, so we can run through, if we've got a little bit of time at the end, I will run through sort of the layout of Odesk if you haven't experienced that. Okay, now I've got to think of, that's right, that's what I'm doing. Right, I need 2 volunteers. You're probably going to need a desk or something to draw on. Okay. Who hasn't been up? Okay, yes, you haven't been up. Right, now we're going to give you a pen. Alright. So, and a pen. Alright. Alright, you're looking bored there. Seems you to come with your husband.
I'm just wondering what.
Okay, so come up the front here. Alright. So it's not a physical one like the first one, so it's a little bit different. Yes, you can actually, keep separate actually, because that's going to make it easier for me to go on to the next one. Alright, are you ready? Oh, it's gone in. Okay. Alright, I want you to draw this image without lifting your pencil. So it's a circle with a little circle in it. Okay? So you're not allowed to lift your pencil, and you've got to draw a circle with a circle inside of it. Now, I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and I'm going to show you what I do with my team to get them training and doing things that seem impossible to most people, or difficult to explain to people. And I can do it very quickly in about 30 seconds. Okay?
You can't have joining lines then.
No, there must be no lines connecting, and you cannot lift your pencil. I saw you lifting your pencil.
No.
Oh, you're connecting
Just
line,
really
okay.
funny.
Alright, 30 seconds. No? Alright. No? Alright. Just going to unplug this for a second.
Okay, I've got it.
Got it?
No.
No, that's not it. No,
There you go. Oh, it's so pretty
No.
though.
No, it doesn't look like that image. Okay.
I give up.
It's on here. Just got to really put it. Sorry, guys.
You mean you don't know the answer, you're going to look at
Yeah, no, well, I can do it, but this is not how I train people, because when we train people, if I have to do it every single time, then that means I've got to show 5 people, 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, and that takes time off me. I want to do something once, and that's it, okay? Now, what's even more amazing, I do apologise for the delay here. So I want you to think, who thinks they can do it? If you're down there and you think you can do it, try it on your pad now if you can do it. Sorry? Maybe. It's possible.
Oh, one of those retracted things.
Oh no, that's not good. That's good problem solving. But no, that's not it.
I think
Take it
it's
off.
folded paper. It's under the folded paper.
I can't even work it out with folded paper. Still won't know.
Okay. Now you know what? That's exactly what happens to most of our workers. They go, do you know what? I can't do this. I give up. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't do this. Okay. Right, now I'm going to show one of you this. Okay? Right. You ready? You got to watch? Alright, so ready? That's a demonstration. Okay? Do you want me to repeat it? Do you want me to rewind it? Okay? Alright, turn around so you can't see. Right now, come on, look, I've asked you to do a circle with a dot in it. Come on, what's taking so long? I thought I made it so clear. I gave you a demonstration. I showed you what to do. Right, you right to do it? Okay. Maybe. Now look, that's exactly what happens to our workers. They go, oh, can you show me again? Can you do that for me
I
again?
can do that.
How'd you do that? Alright, so you do it with it, alright? So you see the first part? So you fold. Yeah. 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 And there you are, hold it up. Okay, so you start the dot with the page folded over, you go onto the other page, then you come out where the circle starts, go around and you just lift your page over. So you got that there. Alright, now, see that video there? That, who heard that? Did anyone hear that? No, that wasn't even in English. Did you know that? That wasn't in English. Now, do you know you can train people even though they don't speak a single word of English? Because what made that easy for you to do?
Just seeing him do it.
That's right. So seeing them do that, and now, do you know what? If you didn't get that the first time, what could you do to that video?
Just replay it.
Exactly. Replay.
And now you go,
Yeah, that's right. Very good. Thank you, ladies. And now, well, did you want to see the video? Still don't know. Have to see you after. Okay. Alright. So, in short, guys, easiest way to train people, I'm just going to take some people down. Video training allows your employees to use 4 of the 5 senses that we have. What's the missing sense? Smell. Yeah, so they're not going to be able to smell the video. But 1, they can see, so they got their visual. 2, they can hear. They can generally speak with you either by comments or replies. I just didn't see that right. Can you do another video with that in another way? I just couldn't see that. And they've got the tactile, they've got where the physical, where they're actually doing it with the video. So they can have the video playing there and actually doing the work in a completely different screen or a different monitor. So they can see what they need to. And now, as I was saying, that video wasn't even in English. But yeah, that was a very simple task that could have easily been just done by creating that video. Who here uses screencasting? Who's ever heard of screencasting? Yeah, most people. Cool. So 50%. Right, so screencasting, at work we use Camtasia, which is the one on the right, the green one, and then you also have ScreenFlow, which is more sort of like that. But they're called casting. So, have you got a Mac or a PC? PC. Probably go with Camtasia. Camtasia.
C-A-M.
Yeah.
G-A-S-I-A.
Yeah, that's all outsourcing.
The free one is called J.
You can do ones online that are free. The other thing is obviously they put their little ad in and all that
That's
sort of
just
stuff.
5 minutes. That's 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. And look, most of your training videos shouldn't be any longer than 5 minutes. If it's going to be longer than 5 minutes, break it down to the ridiculous. This is the first step, video 1. This is step 2, video. This is step 3, video. This is step 4, video. Okay? So break it down into the ridiculous. It's the only way to do it. So with the way I do this is simply set up a YouTube account, do your screencasting, and then as you're doing it, just put little notes. Like I've made bummers in my videos and I've just made a little notation, please fix this and do this, whatever. And if they've got any questions, they'll ask you. But it really takes a lot of that pressure off them because they're seeing what they need to be doing and they're going, okay, I can just go back to that video. I know, and I can see how many times they've watched it. Like some might have been watched 20 times, so I go, okay, I want to do that one again. But most times, 8 times. And it's because, do you know what, they might have done the job once, and then all of a sudden they've done it on Monday, and they might not do the job until next Monday. So it's
What sort of jobs do you give examples?
anything. We might give it a time to jump on Odesk and have a look at all the different things you can do. So they're all categorised and even subcategorised in there. So marketing, telemarketing, copywriting, so you can outsource that to someone else and charge them for the license.
Someone else.
Yeah, yep. So
Why did you get screencasts for copywriting? Like, that's what you use these for.
oh, okay. So pretty much for like any task, so things that they must do. So so you can even record yourself. So if you're actually doing a physical thing, you could even do that. So you just use your little camcorder on the top of your thing. So if yours for copywriting, yours would pretty much will go through a talk and demonstrate. So in this paragraph here, it must be like this. Here are some work samples. But I pretty much will cover this a little bit, maybe a little bit half copywriting, but really give them a lot of work samples. It's probably the easiest way to do it. So they get used to, right, that's the style that I've got. And always trialing people. Yeah, so pretty much the next point is keeping accountable. So once they've got that copy, keep them accountable. So if you set them a task, make sure they're doing it. I've let some people go, I let one girl go, it was more so for her attitude towards replies to emails or like things that I've asked her to do. If people aren't going to do what you ask or do it in a, get rid of them. They're simply on contract, you can cancel the contract anytime you want and let it go. Did you get it?
Yes.
You did good.
Okay.
Okay. The way you keep your job descriptions very clear, so not clear like mud, is by doing those videos. And doing examples. So as you're typing, I want it in this font, I want it, so showing them as you're going through. Yeah. So anything that you can do to show them and demonstrate, then all the better. Look, as I was saying, a lot of the work is donkey work, things that are just repeated. So just sort of be a little bit careful. Monitor their progress. I do it weekly. So I only do it 10 minutes a week. I check it and I only do spot checks. So in WordPress, for example, when they upload a post or do anything like that, I simply have a look at the occasional post and yep, that's in the format, the link's correct, cool. And then I just simply publish the 20, 50, 100, whatever they've done for me. So, but I just do a spot check. You shouldn't be checking, you don't micromanage. Don't be going over every single one thing. If you find a problem, let them know instantly and don't publish it. Don't publish it online or don't send it to your people. See, you could be getting people doing your drafts. Do a draft for me. This is how you do a draft. And then you may have to do the actual physical one. But see, a lot of that prep work can really be cut out. So by getting them saying, this is the overview, I want you to write a blurb, and then you can just add and modify wherever you want. So like with this video opening, like there's heaps of people that do it all online. They just, here's the raw stuff, make the video for me, and they do the whole lot. It's very quick. And if you ever do any video, I know how long it takes to edit videos. a 5-minute video is a 5-hour editing process, so people don't realise. They go, that should have taken me 5 minutes.
Could be a
You go,
5-day editing process.
yeah, and you're going, if you only knew. I only give a pay rise by setting goals. If I say I want so many posts, so many things done, this is your pay. If you can achieve this, then I'm willing to pay you this. If you can exceed that and reach that, then I'll pay you then this. I've had one employee, I've changed the poor girl 3 times. She's been so good. But I've just given her the videos, this is what I want you to do, sorry, I'm going to put you in here. And she's been brilliant. I've just put her in a really sort of hard position and she's just flourished under it. Now, the other thing is, make sure they maintain it for at least 1 month. So if I set a goal, I want you to achieve this or do this much amount of work. If you can maintain that for at least a month, then I will set your pay to this. So make it very clear. Now look, I had a way where I had the best employee, I gave a bonus of $5 to a week. I did that for a little while. It was more time on me, so I just canned that and I just started setting goals. I said, that's too much work, I've got to be then checking their work. Too much time, no way. I'm not wasting all that time. So I pretty much set the
When
goals.
you say employee, can you describe who
Okay.
are these people? Because
These people are people from overseas.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
So
We're
they're
not
people
talking
that
about
just
an office of your employees.
No, these are people that I've contracted, so they've got a contract, I want you to do this. Now the other thing is when I set it, I generally, because it's repeat work, I always put more than 6 months. They love it. They love it because they think this is an ongoing thing, I'm going to get consistent money through this. One-off payments, very hard. So generally try and get an employee and you can generally get them at a way cheaper rate, because they're getting that they know that, all right, I'm going to earn that much money on a regular basis, but make sure they've got tasks and they've got things to be doing. Because if you do the one-off, this is only for a month, once you've done this, you're off on the road. You're gonna use most of your time in checking their work and going, I don't like this, I want it fixed, send it back, redo it for me and stuff like that. But by having those tasks regularly, it makes it a whole lot easier, and that's where you get a whole lot of applications and you can really cull through. Check work samples and give them a trial period before hiring. Very, very, very important. I had one gentleman who was, I think, about 60 cents an hour to do something for me. And I set him a task, and in my job, I give like a quick video, this is sort of what I want you to do, and then I give them the full description once I've sort of kind of like, okay, I might hire this person. So it's pretty much like hiring. So you go, all right, so you cull down the ones that you do think have got potential, or the cheapest in my case, because cheap is good for me. So you find them, can you do this job in short? So you give them a trial run. I don't hire until I've seen work samples or work of what exactly I want them to do. And during that period, because I'm not then having to fork out money to make them fix or make them fix their problems. So I'm not paying someone.
You know, interview process on projects, first you
Yeah.
do the job before you actually.
Exactly, yeah. So in that communication where it's only between me and the person applying for the job, you can send messages and it's only sent between you two. So I send a link, this is what I want you to do. Once you've done this, then I'll check it, let me know, I'll check it. If it's okay, you've got the job at this rate and at these terms. So
allows you to upload that job description by video.
you could build a YouTube link, yeah. So you won't see like the embedded video,
Yeah.
you'll just see the link to
You
YouTube.
create a YouTube video, but not for public viewing.
That's right, unlisted. Yeah, because you don't want the public seeing it, because then they'll know what you're doing in your business and how you do it and how you do it so efficiently. So you don't want them knowing that. Okay.
Can I just throw a real spanner in the works here?
Yeah, go.
My day job is a social worker, so I'm
Yeah.
sort of, I guess, big on equality and social justice. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking 60 cents an hour. Can these
Yeah.
people afford to eat? Are they starving? Are
Well,
they
that's
in
it.
garrets somewhere? You know,
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, and see that's the thing. So you've got to,
Yeah, no,
You've got to think.
you're a capitalist bastard. I'm just sorry. I would take $5 an hour, this still be cheap.
but see that's what you can do. But see, imagine if you could hire maybe 5 people, And even if it's maybe $2, but what can you afford? So just say if I was giving $30 a week to compassion, say, to give to a child or something like that, I'm giving someone gainful employment. It may not be necessarily much, but if they show faithfulness, then their pay increases. So if they're faithful with a little, they'll be faithful with much. So if they can do the job right there, then as they move up, it's like if you do an apprenticeship, you're on pittance as an apprentice, aren't you? Like if anyone's ever done an apprenticeship. But yet, the more experience and the more you do, your pay rise goes up. And it's more that your competency goes up and the more trust is being given into that person. So I guess it's like saying, look, we expect a wage of this. So, we expect maybe $80,000 a year. That's what our wage should be. But yet, if we were to go over to America, they may expect $100,000. But yet, they're doing the exact same work. So, how can we sort of justify that? But then other countries, their living standards are maybe, say, $200 a week. So, they only need a certain amount. Now, look, it's completely up to you just how much you pay. These people have said, I can do this job for this price. So, if they can do it, I'm happy enough to hire them. So, if you're
Can I add something to that?
Yeah.
The internet's created a level playing field worldwide.
Yeah.
It's actually created equality, which means people coming up and us coming down price-wise and labour. Effectively, we're competing on an
I
international
guess I'm
basis.
thinking in a country as wealthy as ours,
Yeah.
the difference between us getting, say, $20 an hour and $30 an hour would be the difference between driving a Commodore and a Mercedes.
Yeah.
Whereas we're talking about countries where the difference of 10 cents an hour might mean you eat 3 times a day. I guess I'm just squeamish about that.
Yeah. And the other thing is, like, most of the guys that are on Odesk and so forth around the world in third world countries, etc., they're the entrepreneurs of that country that make a difference in that country and their communities as well. You know what I mean? So,
There's some that never be enough for them to get out of that.
yeah, so there's lots of ways you can look at it.
But see, you can make a difference. You can go and pay
I do.
$50
I
an hour.
donate $25 a time to Kiva. I went to my 35th, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Kiva. I donate and then they pay back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's the opportunity you have there, is that you can say, well, you know what, you are worth someone here, and then if you can afford that in your business, then you can do that. So there is that opportunity there for you to do that. But pretty much I make sure that they can do the job for that price.
I was wondering, when you say that you're giving them jobs, are you actually giving them fairly full-time employment, or you just think they're doing a job here and a job there?
No, I pretty much work consistently, but I only give my workers only get 2 hours a week. So they have 2 hours to complete the tasks that I set, and so they get a certain pay at that rate. So some will pay more, some will pay less, depending on what job it is and what they've sort of said they're willing to.
So you're actually only paying for a small part of their time by the arrangements you've got?
Yeah. So in short, instead of instead of saying maybe I want 500 backlinks to my website, all right. So I've gone, all right. So how long would that take if I broke that down into the ridiculous and said, what if I did 5 a day? If I was doing that, if I did 5 a day, how long would that take me? So I time myself. So I look at the clock. I time myself to do that task for 5 times. Cool. That's going to take that person this amount of time. All right. Then I can put a job up for, say, 3 hours, whatever it is, and then I put that job up. These are the hours you get per week at this rate. It's not even at this rate because they compete for the prices. So this job, this amount needs to be completed within this sort of time period, and then you pretty much give them a trial run. So in that way, I've just broken it down. So when it sort of comes to the next point, after I've got 500, I might want to go 5,000. So I then just either keep that person on, or but pretty much the way to do it is give them longevity in that job. So instead of just doing a one-off sort of little thing, because I've done that, it gets posted and it gave me nightmares and kept me up all night. I'm going, forever checking all this stuff, and it consumed my time way too much. So I really made it as simple as possible. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you saying if you give someone, say, I'll give you 2 hours a week,
Mhm.
and I expect it to last for 6 months,
Yeah.
and you will
Oh, it's got more than 6 months, so it could be 7 months, and then all of a sudden you can
But I'm
come
saying
down.
you're setting that parameter.
Yeah.
And you're saying that's how you get a cheaper rate, and you get, rather than just saying,
And give lots of
say you
employees.
said,
Yeah.
over 20 hours work,
Yeah.
it'll take a month.
Yeah.
You're saying, it would be better to say 2 hours a week, it's going to shoot along for 6 months, and you get better, like better rates.
Yeah, you generally get better rates, plus you get more applicants. So instead of getting maybe 10, 20 people, you might get 100, 200 people. So I found that's generally worked better, so doing it that way. I've done one-off, what we call one-off jobs. I'll pay really well on them, like some $20 and $50 for jobs. Never again, never again. I simply break it down into ridiculous, take that step, and then pretty much will hire someone just to do it over a period of time, so over a longer period. So in that way, that job's sort of done consistently. So I always like paying some people to do posts, you know, like it's come out, I think it was about 4 posts for $20, like $5 a post. I was giving a lot of, like they weren't copies and stuff, but quality I'm just going, you know, this could easily be done in a better way. So, and by having someone else doing it consistently, they get used to the style that you have. They get used to working the way you want them to work. And then once they've got into the habit, you've got an employee that, you know, you don't even have to monitor anymore. You just know they're going to do the job right. So.
How much time would you spend costs based on your struggling rate
Yeah.
to find that ultimate person at a discounted rate?
Oh.
And ultimately, as someone else said, well, you might as well done it for yourself because
Yeah.
the losses that you've incurred just to get to that point of having someone who can do it,
Yeah. Oh.
doesn't this suggest that at the end of the day,
It's when they find a
If it's somebody that
long-term.
can.
well, it is certainly
Yeah.
a long-term thing that
Yeah. See, like my guys are up and running and doing exactly what I want in 5 minutes because training video, bang.
But how long did it take you to find those guys
Oh,
to get them up?
day. A day. I put a job up on Odesk.
And you've been describing a lot of heartache to get to this stage where you've now got these guys who do it in 5 minutes.
Do what? Sorry.
You've been describing like it's really taking this long. I've had to review this and know. And I
Oh no, that was in my one-offs. Yeah, in my one-off
there's
jobs.
a lot of work that you've done
Yeah.
already.
That's right. I've made all mistakes, so don't make my mistakes. I've been there. I've wasted money. I've done that. So, and that's why I don't do one-offs anymore. I do that consistent employee for that reason. Is because once I've trained them, I want them that way. So with the one-off, you've got to then create a video, show them this is how I want it done, and then when they don't quite get it right, you don't have that opportunity to tweak it because you're wanting it sort of generally a bit quicker or something like that. But when you've got someone consistently there doing that same job repetitively, they know what they're doing and they just get in the mode. They just go in there.
These people generally available to you, you know, for long periods of time, or do they sort of swap and shift and, or is there
Yeah, look, they have other
longevity
jobs,
built
so they don't just solely work for me.
in?
So yeah, look, they do other jobs as well. So you might have one employee, and well, I've been really good. My employees, they make sure they get their hours, they max their hours out, and they actually achieve their goals, which is the main thing. As long as they're achieving their goals, I'm a happy man. I've got one girl who I set her a goal. I said, if you hit this goal, you get this pay rate. She wasn't quite hitting it. So and I said, well, look, she goes, can I pre-do these and just upload them for the week and do it manually? And I said, that's fine. So she will do that. She'll reach that goal. So her pay went up to that specific level that I'd set for her.
So you've told us her name now. 10 of us could go back to her and we could all get a bulk discount even greater.
Hence the reason I haven't given away the names of my employees.
She's not holding back all this and letting us all go through the heartache and trying to find it. So
Find feels very close held.
you're defeating the purpose of what you're standing there and you're wasting an hour and a half of my time.
You will find people that are perfect for your job and what you want them to do. So the things, like actually my wife was probably the best person. I'd hired some sort of people when I was sort of just trialing and stuff like that and doing it. They didn't quite work out and I said, come here, check this out. let me know what you think of these people, because I had about 20 people in my shortlist, and I'm going, how do I sort through these? So, and she goes, oh, what about her? I said, she's had no hours, she's got no experience, she doesn't know anything, and yet she was the one that, I've changed her job description 3 times, and she's the highest paid in mine, and yeah, she's just brilliant. And yet she had no experience whatsoever. But because I trained her, and I guess she hadn't fallen into a lot of bad habits of what we would do, yeah, she's been brilliant. And she actually referred me on to another friend. I said, look, do you have any friends that are looking for work? And she said, oh, no, not yet, but I'll let you know if I do. And she said, oh, yeah, I've got another friend. Have you got a job for her to do? And I said, yes, actually, I've just come up with a new one. So I got her in, and she's the exact same brilliant. I used to do this when I used to run fast foods. If I found a good employee, I would ask them who are their friends, because I want to hire those friends, because I knew if they had a good work ethic, their friends generally had a good work ethic. So if they're a good worker, then generally their friends are.
This is a really dumb question, but taking what you just said, why is it so secretive?
What's that?
Why is it so secret that you're not prepared to tell us?
I don't know.
What is it that's going to damage you that would actually be better and profit her,
Yeah.
and ultimately profit us as a group?
I know.
Why is it so secret?
No, more when you've got someone full time and you've trained them up and they're working perfectly in your business. You don't want someone to come along and double the pay rate, which may be only like $5 to $10, but like if you've got a really good employee, you don't.
So you
Your
just said
case, you're saying be the agent, so everyone can use Phil's person.
Yeah. It's like this.
you're only going to use her for 2 hours a week.
That's right.
So I could give her another 2 hours.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
And a few others, and suddenly.
But you got to find your own. You got to find everybody else in your business. Sorry, I'm not telling you.
That doesn't make sense to me, not from a business point of view. That's great.
Yeah.
I totally disagree with what you're saying.
Okay.
That's just
Give me your
nonsense.
experience with one-off jobs, because I have got,
Yeah.
I'm now thinking I've got all these one-off jobs, maybe I'd actually be better to find somebody to then start cumulative, like mine's all writing, but a
Yeah.
lot of mine's writing, so
Yeah.
with your experience with one-off jobs,
Yeah.
would you then say, look, I've got a one-off job, but I've got a lot more work? Like, would you usually say that, or would you just go into a lot more and
Look,
just try and find something?
Trial it, and let us all know. So,
So
but,
I've actually got to the stage where I've got 2 people that are really keen on elance.
yeah. Yeah.
But now I'm feeling a bit ripped off. They're like $8 or something an hour. I mean, there were people that
Yeah.
bid for like $3 or $4 an hour. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to find people that are highly educated in my field.
And look, with that,
Specialised.
you're also going to realise the standard that you want
Yeah.
is also going to come with the pay.
Yeah.
But not always. You don't, like, I'll pay someone like good wage, and I'll pay, say $15 an hour, and I'll pay another person $5 an hour, and I've got the exact same standard, that $5 for $15.
So they've sent me samples of their work, both of them, and which writings which they've actually done before in this specialist natural health industry. So in that written on that subject, on different subjects, so giving them examples. Would I then still ask for
Set them.
free?
Set them your own task.
Set them a task and say if I'm happy
Yeah.
with this, then
Yeah.
I'll let you
Yeah.
have the
Because
job. Is that right? Is that what you're saying?
if I was going to present myself to an employer, I'm always going to bring my best. I'm not always going to be off the cuff. So they're always going to present their very best work. So when you throw something at them, you're going to see how they react to that, whether they can make the changes that you need them to make. So example, if with your writing, they show you an example and you go, this is brilliant. And then all of a sudden you say, no, I want this sort of style of writing. So from third person to first person. And they go, huh? What's third person to first person? And then you go, okay. So this person hasn't quite got the grasp of grammar or English that I need for this particular position. So then that's in your trial period.
And is it quite educated for it? Like, what I say, give me an answer.
Sorry, no, that's
So, am I in my rights to say before I actually take you on, I need you to give me an example of an introduction on XYZ subject?
you can,
I
yeah,
can do that.
yeah. don't abuse that right. You know, don't sort of go, all right, I want you to, and get them to do the job and go, sorry, the job's
Yeah,
filled.
but
You know,
I would
that's,
say write me a couple
Yeah.
of words on
Yeah.
an introduction on that subject,
Yeah.
just so they can come back quite specific. Is that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you recommend that.
all right. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a green chat. Do you want the name of the girl?
Yes,
Who's my
we
best
do.
work? Watsala is her name. She's from Sri Lanka.
Right, so we've got him to explain.
Watsala. If you can't spell it, too bad.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah. Well,
A couple of things, can I make a couple of suggestions?
Yeah.
For outsourcing.
yeah.
Outsourcing on Opendesk or whatever, it doesn't necessarily mean they're overseas. I
No,
find
that's
people
right. Yeah.
from Australia
Australia.
who are passionate about what they do
Yeah.
and do it at a reasonable rate,
Mm.
so love doing it.
Yeah.
And there's also Fiverr.com with 2 R's,
Yeah.
which is a great experiment in trial into,
Yeah.
into getting copy and
Yeah.
writing and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. That's good. I found Fiverr really good. Because they've got their set job,
Yeah.
and if you're doing repetitive stuff, yeah, that's really good. Because this is their job. If you try and deviate off that, yeah, it's an extra $5 or something like that. So, and they generally don't deviate because they've got their sort of their bones of how they do it. Like an example is an introduction video, like for your website or something like that, and you want to put your logo and your name, all that sort of stuff in there. That's fine if you want it exactly how you see their demo on Fiverr. If you want it slightly different, then you're not.
Still a lot of
So,
other,
but
still a
it's-
lot of guys on there like copy, like a
Yeah.
free radio ads made,
Yeah.
$5 each, and they were just the copy for it. They
Yeah.
were brilliant. They're written by a Gladstone radio station guy, you know, just
Yeah.
love doing it.
The voiceovers are really good.
Voiceovers.
Voiceovers are very good on Fiverr. Yeah, they're definitely a great place to go. So, yeah. So that's what we're saying. Fiverr, FIVERR.com. So it's a good one as well. So,
Yeah, you get a lot of spam applications on Opendesk for jobs. You've got a technique to cull out the spam applications.
the spam. As a rule, I generally don't go with teams. I've got one girl. I was saying it now. Wow. I've got one girl who I know is in a team because all of a sudden her work was perfect, and then when I did a spot check, you go, hey, what's going on here? So obviously she'd left that sort of company that she worked under, and that's why you must be checking their work, okay? But spot checking, not checking every little thing, spot checking. Another big point, do not give one employee, don't teach one employee everything you do. I separate my website into 3 subdomains. They only have access to that subdomain. If they somehow get ticked off with me and want to destroy something, they can only destroy a portion of that. So, and the reason is, look, if you tell everyone what you do, the whole lot, then you've pretty much given your business away, and they can copy it like that for $100, and your business then no longer is no longer viable because they're now competing against you. So imagine this. So imagine I'm the only one selling a book on how to grow your eyebrows nice and long like John Howard or something like that. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. And someone goes, wow, Phil's making a killing, teaching people how to grow long eyebrows like John Howard. And then all of a sudden Neil gets in, and then Paul, and then Spard, and then all of a sudden, now my market share is now 50. Now they might not take the whole lot, they may take 5%, 5%. But the more competition you get in a certain area, the less profitability your business sort of becomes. So, you know, sort of, I guess in a way, you need to just use wisdom in a lot of cases going, all right, you know, would I share all of this information with someone? So like in your instance with copywriting, you wouldn't necessarily give all of your techniques, you wouldn't necessarily share everything. You may want to for certain areas, like certain fields. So if you're looking for just a certain field, hire someone in that field. You know, like videos, if you want just purely a certain section. So not allowing them to have your contacts. Imagine if you gave your contacts to someone, you know? All those emails or your database or something like that, they can just go on. So just be wise in what obviously you disclose to your employees. Give them what they need to know and put parameters in. Like in my WordPress, you can set certain authority levels. So you can have contributor, author, can you remember them all? Editor, yeah. So certain people are given certain rights. So author is where they can create something, but it's not published. So it doesn't go out. So I then can do a check and then just click publish. And you can do multiple ones. You just select them all, go to draft and select them all and do all that. And it should be done so quick like that. So pretty much in short, the things I wanted to achieve on my website, I had a goal for 1 year. As soon as I outsourced it, I achieved all those goals within 3 months. So, they actually superseded what I'd actually would have achieved as an individual. So by having a team, building a team, hiring people, like my best employee, but having those people saves you a lot of time and obviously makes your business more profitable and more sellable when you do come time to sell it. So, thank you guys. Any other quick questions before we wrap it up? Yeah.
What sort of website? What are you into? E-commerce? Are you into?
Just website. So pretty much all.
Mini sites or
No. My website's broken up into three sections. So I've got the main page, which no one has access to by myself. I then have a blog section, and then there's an affiliate directory section where people can find affiliates. Now, none of those affiliates are my section there. My aim is to actually create a large database to then sell advertising. So through that. And the other one is PLR. So has anyone ever heard of PLR and MRR? Sorry. So private label rights, master reseller rights. So that's where you can get a book, put your name on it, and sell it for how much you want. So, and I've got my best worker uploads all those products. So I've given her access to a database. She uploads those products and sets it out exactly how I want. I've changed that poor girl, I think, about 3 times. So she's done very well.
Do you know anybody that's doing consulting on how to come into your business and say, okay, like a business coach but that specialises in outsourcing? Because that's where I'm struggling. You say about a list of what to do on your website. Well, I'm not done.
Yeah. See, how do you market? How do you find clients? All word of mouth. Yeah. So I was talking to a mate who hires rigs and that out to the mines and stuff. And he was going around ringing all these mining companies looking for work. I said, mate, what are you doing? I said, you're wasting your time. You can pay someone to go through, build you a database of everyone you need, then ring that database, let you know, and if they've got any leads from that call, then they then feed that lead through to you. Now, obviously, they don't speak perfect English, but it's a tolerable English. So, in that case, they've done all the cold work, all the hard work of trying to find those clients. So imagine if you could double your clients. But the problem is, in your case, is where the business is very reliant on you. So that was never my design. My business was never to be based around me. It was always to build a business and then have the opportunity to sell it if I ever chose to get out of it. So in your case, it's a little bit of dangerous waters because you need to try and think, how can I create people to do what I do in small snippets?
And even who to advise on. Like you said, a list of what you want your website to do for you, but honestly, when you haven't really got an idea of what your website can do for you, where do you actually start?
And that's and that's all back at the start of the pre-planning for what you want. Because if you don't have your planning and your goals for what you're going to do, you'll shoot over here and then you'll dart over here. Oh no, that's not working, and I'll come over here and I'll try this and I'll try that. I've done that.
I've just spoken to a few business coaches and none of them seem to be that okay with outsourcing, and that's why I'm asking, do you guys know anybody?
And you don't know what you don't know, so you don't know what questions to ask.
There is an expert online, if you look up Tyrone Sharman, he's the outsourcing.
Yeah, he does outsourcing,
Tyrone Sharman.
Sharman.
He's H-U-M, and he
Shut up,
does
it is.
a lot of 5-minute videos on YouTube, so you can just look him up on YouTube, Tyrone Sharman.
But once you know what the client's got,
He'll tell you how to do it.
once you know what the client wants, then you can then outsource that. So if they want a website done in this certain way, then you can do that. But give them sort of boundaries as well. Don't let people sort of dictate everything. So, Alright guys, I'm probably gone way over time,
No,
sorry.
that's perfect.
No, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank
So,
you.
look, folks,
Yeah.